Get ready for an archaeological adventure that's about to blow your mind. This year is shaping up to be the biggest yet, with major discoveries that'll rewrite history books, like uncovering the harsh realities of ancient Egypt's child punishment during Cleopatra's dad's rule, and finding out if an ancient Ecuadorian tribe beat us to discovering our solar system. But wait, there's more. 5 epic digs are on the horizon, and we're about to dive into one that'll make you rethink everything you thought you knew about pirates. You might picture Captain Jack Sparrow and Blackbeard sailing the high seas in the Caribbean, but piracy has been around for way longer than that. Let's set sail for a surprising destination where Roman pirates left their mark. Buckle up, history fans. Let's travel back in time to the 2nd and 1st centuries BC, when the Mediterranean Sea became a hotbed of pirate activity. Meet the Cilician pirates, who turned southern Turkey into their secret lair. Their hidden harbors protected them from rival powers, and they had a local ally, Diodotus Tryphon, backing their marauding adventures. But here's the kicker: these ruthless sea raiders were even tolerated by the Roman Empire because they provided a valuable source of slaves. However, as their reign of terror continued to spread across the Med, the Romans eventually got wise to how these pirates were threatening their expansion plans. It was only a matter of time before this pirate empire met its match. Get ready to dive into one of history's most epic battles against piracy. In 67 BC, the Roman Empire finally decided to take down the Cilician pirates, who had been wreaking havoc across the Mediterranean for years. Enter Pompey the Great, the legendary Roman general, who led an armada of over a dozen fleets in a massive crusade against these sea bandits. The pirate era was about to come to an end. Fast forward to today, archaeologists are gearing up for an incredible dig at Antiochia at Cragum, a 75-acre site that's believed to have been a secret hideout of the Cilician pirates. With excavations set to kick off in June 2022, this dig could be the archaeological adventure of a lifetime. Stay tuned for the fascinating discoveries that are sure to shed new light on these swashbuckling outlaws and their mysterious way of life. Buckle up for a wild ride through ancient history. You might know that some of Turkey's most jaw-dropping archaeological secrets have been unearthed in its regions, like the world's largest mosaic, or latrines plastered with cheeky mythological scenes. But did you know about Aguablanca, Ecuador's hidden gem? This tiny village within Machilia National Park was once home to a thriving Montano community, and their digs have yielded some seriously amazing treasures, temples, pottery, and skeletons sporting sparkling jewelry. What will the next discovery bring? Here's what's got everyone talking. A massive 2.5 square mile site at Aguablanca that's packed with over 600 mysterious earth platforms and stone walls reaching up to 2 meters high. These enigmatic structures are like nothing we've seen before, and researchers believe they might be connected to other hilltop features nearby. What's even more mind-blowing is that these platforms seem to be linked to the movements of our stars and sun. Talk about being in tune with nature. As we continue to unravel the secrets of this ancient site, we're likely to gain a deeper understanding of the Montano people's spirituality, their place within the community, and what made them tick. Let's dive back into time. We're going to swap South America for medieval England. Meet Guthlac, a former warrior who traded in his sword for a monk's robe and retreated to the serene island of Croyland as a hermit. But Guthlac's peaceful life was anything but. Demons apparently had other plans. According to his biography, these mischievous beings would drop by uninvited, have some chat, and even put him through physical torment. Now, this monk-turned-hermit wasn't just a passive victim. He allegedly went on to perform an exorcism on someone named Eka, showing us that Guthlac was more than just a hermit. He was also a brave spiritual warrior. There's even more to Guthlac's incredible story. While demons were still dropping by his hermitage, a royal visitor arrived on the island, Ethelbald, an exiled king who had fallen out of favor in Mercia, which is now right in the middle of England. Guthlac took him in, showing kindness and compassion to this fallen leader. But what's really mind-blowing is that after Guthlac passed away, he supposedly appeared to Ethelbald in a vision, foretelling his return to power. And guess what? That prediction came true. Ethelbald did indeed regain the throne of Mercia. The tales surrounding Saint Guthlac are nothing short of extraordinary, making him one of the most intriguing figures from medieval England's past. Fast forward to 2021, we've got some major updates. Archaeologists dug up a game-changer state. Guthlac's hermitage was way more than just a simple island retreat. Not only did they find evidence that the site has been inhabited for thousands of years, dating back to the prehistoric era. Talk about a history lesson. But that's not all. They also stumbled upon an amazing hidden secret, a wall from a previously unknown Saxon church. And here's what gets me pumped up: this ancient church was built using salvage materials from the Romans. Can you believe it? The story of Saint Guthlac just got even more epic, and now we have some incredible new evidence to back it up. Get ready for some more mind-blowing discoveries. Next month's excavation at Guthlac's hermitage is just around the corner, and we can't wait to see what secrets it will uncover about this enigmatic figure. But let's switch gears. Have you heard about Athribis in ancient Egypt? In early 2022, archaeologists made a monumental find: over 18,000 pottery shards called ostraca that held the key to everyday life back then. These inscribed pieces of pottery were written across centuries and came from various sources. Imagine being able to piece together daily routines, trade routes, and even social hierarchies. It's like getting an ancient Egyptian reality TV show. Stay tuned for more on this incredible treasure trove that's rewriting history books. You won't believe what researchers just dug up in ancient Egypt, literally. They found an astonishing 18,000 pieces of pottery called ostraca, each one a tiny time capsule from thousands of years ago. The catch: most of them date back to when Pharaoh Ptolemy XO was ruling, the dad of that famous Queen Cleopatra you might have heard of. These shards are like the ancient Egyptian equivalent of scribbled notes on sticky notes. People used pottery as a cheap alternative to papyrus to jot down their thoughts and daily life. And here's the kicker: these everyday notes give us an inside look at what life was really like for regular folks during those epic pharaoh times. Plus, they're not just words. Some shards feature amazing drawings of animals, people, and even gods. It's like having a window into the past, and we can't wait to see what more secrets these ancient notes hold. Get ready for a major blast from the past. These ancient Egyptian pottery shards are giving us the lowdown on what school was like way back when, and it's eerily relatable. Researchers think that a huge chunk of this writing comes from an old-school Egyptian classroom, where students were basically forced to write as punishment for misbehaving. Yeah, it sounds like not much has changed since then. Can you imagine being sent to detention, only to have to copy lines on pottery instead of paper? It's mind-boggling how some things remain the same after 2,000 years. And the best part, the true treasure trove of knowledge hidden in these ancient notes is still waiting to be uncovered. It's going to be a wild ride as we dig deeper into what life was really like back then. But here's the thing: this is just the tip of the iceberg. Egypt's Ministry of Tourism and Antiquity is stoked to announce that there are still so many more secrets waiting to be uncovered at Atheritas. We're talking at least one epic temple and a bunch of homes that have been locked away for centuries. And who knows what hidden treasures or game-changing discoveries will come from the excavation sites yet to be explored. Meanwhile, let's hop across the globe to Zerita Castle, where history took an unexpected turn. In 1195, the Spanish Order of Calatrava faced a major setback at the Battle of Alarcos. Talk about being on the losing side. But did they let that stop them? Nope. They turned defeat into victory and even managed to reclaim their castle. Talk about perseverance. But what happened next is pure inspiration. After being chased by Abu Yusuf Yaqub's army, the surviving knights of Calatrava were left with no choice but to make a daring escape. They stumbled upon Zerita Castle, which had an interesting origin story, by the way, and decided to call it home base. It's crazy to think that this castle was actually built by the very enemy they were fighting against. Despite being down on their luck, the knights refused to give up. Instead, they used Zerita as a launching pad to regroup, recharge, and come back stronger than ever. The strategic moves they made from within these castle walls played a huge role in helping them reclaim their lost lands and keep their order alive for centuries all. Talk about turning defeat into victory. But there's even more to the tale of Zerita Castle. It was a real hotspot back in the medieval days. Situated near one of only 3 bridges spanning Spain's massive Tagus River, this castle was like a crossroads for travelers, traders, and adventurers making their way through medieval Spain. And did you know that its foundation stones were actually snatched from an ancient Visigothic city called Rocopolis? It's wild that until recently, archaeologists had totally overlooked Zerita Castle, but now more secrets are being unearthed about this site all the time. We've got some seriously exciting news. A major dig at Zerita Castle is set to kick off this July 2022. We can't wait to see what secrets they'll uncover. So, we want to hear from you. Which archaeological discovery are you most stoked about? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more thrilling historical tales and updates straight from the field. That's it for today, folks. Thanks a million for joining us on this epic journey through history.